While the war in Europe rages, a vigilant satellite captures a telling image, a picture of new Russian aircraft ready to take to the skies. As analysts scrutinize the imagery, the puzzle pieces align. Now, the airbase is identified as a high-value target. Anticipation increases as an attack looms. Encrypted messages signal the assault's start, and the airfield soon will become a battleground. Yet, an eerie realization dawns. The defense is weak, the resistance unexpectedly feeble. The Ukrainian aircraft dive, poised to strike, but amidst the chaos it becomes clear. It was all a diversion, and the supposed aircraft were only paintings on the airfield's ground. Resources, aircraft, and personnel have been mobilized. Other targets have been overlooked, and ordnance wasted. Can this Russian stratagem deceive the Ukrainian forces? Recent images posted online might hold the answer. Old dog, old tricks. Satellite imagery has revealed a strategic visual deception by the Russian military. The tactic, examined by an open-source intelligence or OSINT analyst named Brady Afric, involves the creation of fake aircraft on an airfield aimed at misleading Ukrainian drones and satellites. The Russian armed forces appear to be engaging in an attempt to outmaneuver Ukrainian intelligence operatives by painting false aircraft images on an airfield situated near the occupied Crimea region. The airbase is located near Yeysk, within Russia's Krasnodar region in the southwest, adjacent to the Sea of Azov and in proximity to the Crimean Peninsula, annexed by Russia in 2014. This particular base is one of several air bases employed by Russian aircraft engaged in operations within Ukraine. The OSINT researchers shared images on the Twitter platform, showcasing the counterfeit aircraft at the Yeysk Naval Air Station. Afric disseminated satellite images that displayed what seemed to be an orchestrated effect to confuse both Ukrainian drones and satellites. Most likely, the intended outcome was to sow uncertainty about the actual count of operational aircraft and safeguard genuine fighters from potential targeting by Ukrainian drones and missiles. But laughably, these imitations would prove ineffective against satellites equipped with radar reconnaissance capabilities, which is the precise method employed by the defense forces of Ukraine. Red herring. Fighter bombers such as the Su-34, Su-35 and 30, Su-27, and MiG-29 are known to be stationed at the Yeysk airfield. And indeed, there is a possibility that the Russian authorities are engaged in an effort to fabricate deceptive targets that are challenging to identify in satellite images with limited resolution. However, the success of this strategy hinges on the requirement for satellites to capture images from specific angles. As stated in the OSINT researchers' tweet, these simulated aircraft appearances were systematically developed over the summer months at the base. Afric's tweet elucidates that Russian military personnel meticulously painted newly constructed sections of the Yeysk airbase to resemble authentic military aircraft. His statement was coupled with images captured between June 26th and July 16th. The process involved initially painting the silhouettes using white paint in June, followed by the addition of blue hues in July to impart a semblance of depth. Notably, the subsequent image showcases 5 parked planes, one more than its counterpart from 3 weeks prior. In satellite imagery with higher resolution, the absence of intricate details and shadows, regardless of the angle of observation, would swiftly expose such an absurd attempt. Afric observed that these fabricated structures were established over a span of several months at the base. While the precise intent behind these structures cannot be definitively ascertained, Afric noted that both conflicting parties have frequently employed decoy tactics throughout the ongoing conflict to deceive opposition forces and prompt the wastage of ammunition. A sheep in wolf's clothing. Russian ground forces have deployed a previously unknown type of decoy with their Iskander-M short-range ballistic missiles, a system known as SS-26 Stone in the West. These decoys, measuring around 16 inches in length and resembling darts with white bodies and orange tails, are meant to spoof and confuse anti-ballistic missile defenses. The Iskander-M missiles, with a range of 310 miles or potentially longer, are being used by Russia in the ongoing conflict with Ukraine. The purpose of these decoys became clear when an unnamed U.S. intelligence officer revealed that they were designed to disrupt air defense systems. These countermeasures include jammers to interfere with radar and heat sources to confuse infrared-guided missiles. The decoys are activated once the missile is targeted by air defense systems, potentially allowing them to be released when the missile is under threat. While the introduction of these decoys is surprising and suggests Russian efforts to adapt to advanced anti-ballistic missile defenses, it also raises questions about Russia's decision to expose this capability during the ongoing conflict, given that the revelation could provide valuable insights to Western intelligence and potentially lead to the development of countermeasures against the decoys. Still, Russia is not the only one using deception in this war. Payback. In an effort to outsmart Russia, Ukraine has reportedly been employing wooden decoys of advanced U.S. rocket systems. The tactic involves using these replicas to lure Russian missiles away from real targets. According to the Washington Post, these mock versions of U.S.-supplied rocket launchers have drawn the attention of at least 10 Russian Caliber cruise missiles. In response to this success, Ukraine has ramped up its production of these decoys. Ukrainian officials revealed that Russian drones identify these wooden replicas as high-priority targets, transmitting their locations to naval cruise missiles. This diversion tactic has led Russia to waste its costly long-range missiles on fake targets. The Washington Post report is based on interviews with senior U.S. and Ukrainian officials and photographs of the decoys. Russia has repeatedly claimed to have destroyed U.S.-made missiles, which the U.S. has dismissed as untrue. The Western-supplied rocket systems have played a vital role in Ukraine's efforts to counter Russian forces. They've been used to strike Russian arms depots and supply lines, slowing down Moscow's advances in the eastern Donbas region. These weapons are also pivotal for Ukraine's planned counteroffensive to reclaim the Kherson province. This unconventional approach highlights Ukraine's determination to employ innovative tactics against a better-equipped adversary. More recent reports also mention other inventive strategies, like toys for children. A Czech tech company named Inflatech has devised an ingenious solution to divert the enemy's attention and resources. Inflatech specializes in crafting lifelike inflatable military decoys that mimic tanks, armored vehicles, aircraft, and even advanced weapon systems like the HIMARS rocket launcher. These decoys are designed to confuse cameras, thermal cameras, and radars, tricking the enemy into targeting and expending costly resources on fake targets. The demand for such decoys has surged as the conflict in Ukraine intensifies. Inflatech's CEO, Wojciech Fresser, acknowledged that while his decoys are purchased by various unspecified NATO member countries, he does not explicitly reveal whether they are used by Ukrainian forces. However, he hints at the possibility of these decoys being employed to support partner nations in times of distress. Inflatech's success is evident from its impressive growth, with business booming by more than 30% last year. Fresser anticipates sustained double-digit growth for the next few years. The company's innovative approach lies in the lightweight materials it employs, such as artificial silk, allowing for easy transport and swift deployment by just 4 soldiers. The process takes a mere 10 minutes to unwrap and inflate a decoy, contributing to its effectiveness on the battlefield. The economic advantage is clear. By forcing adversaries to waste expensive weaponry on fake targets, Inflatech strategically gains the upper hand. Each of these versatile decoys can cost up to $100,000. Despite the company's success in this unconventional venture, Fresser has expressed his desire to eventually return to more peaceful pursuits, like crafting toys for children. Although he stated, quote, "But first, we have to secure a safe world for them." We appreciate you checking out our video. If you're a history enthusiast who's eager for gripping insights into modern military history, then you're definitely in the right place. Come join the Dark Footage community now by hitting that subscribe button, and you can fully immerse yourself in all the amazing content our Dark Documentaries channels have to offer. Plus, to make sure you never miss any of our latest releases, be sure to click the bell icon. Stay tuned for more exciting videos.